You are getting married in the Bahamas?
This is fabulous. I always wanted to go to the Bahamas. Now, where the hell are my culottes?
Oh, Kate, honey, I have always dreamed of giving you a wedding ever since I had your overbite fix.
Mom, don't you think it would be a little awkward with you and Dad not talking?
Oh, now, just a minute. I'm not the one who ran off to Maui with someone half my age and twice my bra size. Blanche, let's go! Come on, Blanche, let's go. Blanche, wake up. My wife will be home any minute.
Oh, Dorothy, that was a terrible thing to do.
He was falling for me.
Didn't have far to fall.
It started with little things.
I bet.
Pretty soon the situation got out of control, and I tried to let him down gently.
You tried to make it short and sweet.
All alone at the hospital, said he had to go to work.
He did have to go to work. How else could we have paid for the operation?
All I know is I was alone and terrified, and I have never gotten over it. I still have that phobia about hospitals.
Well, it's about time you got over it. Blanche, get the keys to your car. We're taking Dorothy back to the hospital.
Ma, I am not going.
Okay, fine. So you don't want to go back to the hospital?
No.
You don't want the doctor to operate?
No.
Then it's settled. We'll do it here.
Well, why not? A man has so much more to offer, you know what I mean, Dorothy?
Yeah, I found that out when Mark Perper was running for class president in the 3rd grade.
Why, what does that have to do with anything?
Well, his campaign slogan was vote for me and I'll show you my wee-wee. He won by a landslide. Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am?
How would you like to go home for a little while and spend Christmas Eve with your family?
Oh, I'd love to, but
No, if you trust us, we'd be happy to watch the place while you're gone.
Ooh. Can you cook?
Are you black?
Look, I promise I'll be back in less than an hour. Thank you, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I assumed you knew.
No, I didn't. I mean, frankly, I'm a little embarrassed.
Yeah, well, me too. Well, what difference does it make? We can still be friends, can't we?
Of course we can. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, well, so am I. You look lovely tonight.
I look like the mother of a solid gold dancer.
Little red one by my nightstand?
No, the little black one next to your hot body oil dispenser.
Wait a minute, fellas. Now, no need to rush off like this. It is my birthday. Who wants to be the first one to spank me? Boy, that turned out to be something.
Dorothy, your father's on the phone.
Ma, Pop's been dead for 15 years.
Oh, you're right. I'm getting old. I meant, what's for dinner? Well, look at this. If you buy 10 boxes of adult diapers, they're only $8 a box.
Ma, you don't wear diapers.
A lot of my friends do. I'll load up now and keep them for stocking stuffers. Here's a couple that's willing to pay $400 a night for a room.
$400? Back in St. Olaf, the most expensive room is $18.50. And that includes the cow.
All right, Rose, why would you want a cow in the room?
It's the law.
I know this is going to sound odd, but we used to live here many, many years ago, and we were hoping that we could look around, for old time's sake. Would that be possible?
Petrillo, they let Italians live here?
Look, we came all the way from Miami, please.
Okay, but don't take anything.
Well, always felt there was something about a man with a tray. Is it warm in here?
Would you just look at them?
They look good together, don't they?
Well, I don't think so. I think Dorothy's fallen for him. Little Miss Hard to Get has been letting him lead.
I'm gonna go find the men's room.
Oh, it's right down the hall on your right.
I was waxing sentimental.
Oh, by the way, I'd like you to meet my mother, Sophia, Blanche, and this is Rose.
Yes, it's me, Lyle Wagoner. No autographs.
No problem.
If this is true, I'm rooting for Sonny. You know, the paisan. Besides, there's something about this guy that just hunks me off.
Miles?
Rose, my real name is Nicholas Carbone. I was an accountant in Chicago. And my biggest client was the dead man we saw on the TV news bulletin this evening.
The cheese man?
That's right. But Rose, you have to believe me, by the time I found out about it, I was too deeply involved. I was arrested, and the feds tried to pin everything on me.
You mean, did they... Have you been to prison?
Oh, no. I couldn't let that happen. Can you imagine what my life would have been like?
When I checked to make sure that Kendall was really dead, why didn't his breath show up on your mirror?
Simple. The mirror had been sprayed with defogger.
But who could have done that?
I did. The people at the club asked me to.
Well, Rose, why would you do such a cruel thing to me?
Well, Blanche, there could be two explanations.
Gloria, you okay? I just had a bad day. I guess I'm a little scared. I don't know. Maybe I was too confident when I got here, trying to convince myself I was happy. I guess I'm really lonely. Oh, Gloria, I understand. Oh, I know you understand, Dorothy. That's why I came to you.
Well, I finally got Miles to forgive me. He must have made me promise 1,000,000 times that I would never, ever doubt him again.
Rose, I have the detective's report here, and I think we ought to read it.
Okay.
Rose!
Dorothy, I want to hear that report because I do trust Miles. And it'll prove that both of you should, too.
Oh, no, listen to this. 9:30 confirmed surgery for the following day.
Surgery? On what?
That's all it says.
Oh, my God. Oh, girls, thank God you're here. I'm sorry I scared you. The doctor just wants me to stay here overnight for observation.
Honey, don't be sorry. We're just so happy you're feeling better.
She's right. Now, you just take it easy, Rose. I think this scare really touched all of us. I found myself bargaining with God. I promised him that if you were all right, there'd be a lot less sex and a lot more church.
I'm home.
I'll call the New York Times.
What's for dinner?
Pierre is writing today's selections on the blackboard in the kitchen.
Ow, my tooth!
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Stay away from the fruit on the table. It's wax.
Well, my turn to cook dinner. What does everybody want?
Nothing for me, thanks. I'm not hungry.
Oh, now, honey, don't let this get to you. It's something you can't do anything about.
I've always believed you can fix a problem, no matter how big it is, if you just put your mind to it.
How are you going to fix this nuclear war thing? By writing a letter to President Reagan?
Well, now that would be pretty stupid, wouldn't it, Blanche? I mean, Reagan's only responsible for half the problem. I have to write to Gorbachev, too.
Dorothy, you don't mean that.
Hell, I don't. This is all your fault, Stanley.
Look, Dorothy, it doesn't matter who's to blame here. The point is, we're in this together. Now, if you don't want to cooperate, fine, but you're only going to be hurting yourself.
You're right, and I hate you for it.
What's all the racket?
Oh, nothing. I could just murder Stan. He bought a Corvette without telling me.
So what are you complaining about? Your father used to do things without telling me all the time. How do you think I got pregnant with your brother, Phil?
I think I'd better be going too.
But it's still so early. I thought we could all have a game of Oogle and Floogle.
I don't believe I've ever heard of that.
Oh, we used to play it back in St. Olaf. It's an adult version of hide and go seek.
And how does it differ from the children's version?
Adults play it.
My producer's been looking for someone with education credentials to act as a consultant on the show.
Sounds like it could be very interesting.
Oh, I doubt it. The only really interesting job on the show is being me. But I'll be glad to see what I can do. Come on, Rose, we better get going.
If you can do anything to help me, it would be really...
Terrific. Nice meeting you.
For what, Ma?
For what I said before, you know, about you not knowing a thing about plumbing. Dorothy, you're a genius.
Ma, wait a minute. What are you talking about?
I walk into the living room, and there's a toilet in front of the television set. It's an old lady's dream come true.
Sophia, I've decided to wear this little watch on a chain nestled cunningly in my cleavage. What other accessories do I need?
Implants.
Dorothy's parking the car. I have to get a horse in this picture while it's still fresh in my mind. I don't know whether to paint old Silver, the horse who brought the news to St. Olaf that the British had no intention of coming.
Look, Ma, it's not so terrible if I go to the wedding alone. Hi, Rose.
It's not fair. I don't deserve these kinds of problems.
Oh, honey, maybe I can help. I live to help. I'm a great friend, contrary to popular belief.
Miles can't take me to the wedding. He's going to be out of town at a teaching seminar. Now I can't go.
Well, that shouldn't keep you from going.
Oh, I have my reasons. It's a long story.
Gotta run.
No, I have to keep the line free. Fine, I'll send you a check. Hold it, let me grab a pencil. Okay, Whooping Cranes, yeah. Box 1990, Newcastle, Louisiana. Got it. Glad I could help. Bye-bye. What about?
He saw himself as human being. I disagreed. The man is pig. He charged me rent. His own cousin.
I can believe that.
His rates are reasonable, but the way he nickels and dimes you on the extras.
No, you're right. Stan is a lazy, disgusting, sorry excuse for a man.
Now I stay here with you.
On the other hand, I hear he just got cable.
Meanwhile, Charlie and I got closer. You know what happened after that.
Well, did Buzz ever get married?
No, he just traveled the world playing his music.
So, how did you finally get over Buzz?
I never really did entirely. To this day, whenever I see a man drop his pants, some little part of me wants to go, woo!
Rose, no encyclopedia salesman lugs around 26 volumes door to door.
Are you kidding? In St. Olaf, they carry 52.
Why?
Balance.
Rose, why don't they just carry 13 in each hand?
Excuse me, I have to make a phone call.
Boy, if this were me, I would be really scared.
When I'm scared, I put my head between my knees.
No, that's for nausea.
When I'm scared, I'm nauseous. You remember what happened when that man tried to steal my purse?
Worked better than Mace.
Ma,
Honey, don't you remember? Friday night we're planning on having dinner at Joe's Stone Crab.
Oh?
Hey, it's your wedding anniversary.
Oh, yeah, right. Sounds nice.
Ma, you didn't forget, did you?
Oh, forgive me, I forgot something. Maybe you should ship me back to Shady Pines. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be in the living room being feeble. If I can find the living room.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. You should listen to yourself sometime. What are you afraid of?
I'm not afraid of anything.
Well, then why don't you come to the meeting? Maybe you'll find something to make your life better.
Oh, all right. Rose, if it'll make you happy, I'll go.
Rose, me too.
You won't regret it. How about you, Sophia? Remember, today is the first day of the rest of your life.
Terrific. If I'm lucky, I may live to be 7. When's the baby due?
Ma, you're talking to a 16-year-old girl.
A knocked-up 16-year-old girl.
Ma, how did you know?
Because you had the same look of panic on your face when you got pregnant. Kind of like a deer caught in the headlights of a car.
Dorothy, she's right, and you know how hard it is pretending to like Rose's gifts. Forget it, no way.
Oh, come on now, Blanche, don't be so childish. I mean, we each stand an equal chance of having our Christmas ruined.
Hello? Who's calling? Oh, hi. Hang on. Blanche, it's your sister Virginia.
Oh, for goodness. Virginia, honey, is that you? I swear the whole family's coming out of the woodwork. Guess what? I'm queen of a ball. Twice.
Oh, Ma, look at this. A list I made of things I wanted to do with my life.
You know, I had a list like that, and I've done most of them. Except for Burt Lancaster.
I haven't done half the things on this list. I mean, what am I? I am a substitute teacher. I'll never be rich before I'm 21. I'll never be homecoming queen.
You can still be homecoming queen. It'll just be a different kind of home.
Blanche has consented to have lunch with me. Would you ladies care to join us?
Oh, no, that's all right. You two probably have a great deal to talk over.
Well, it's been a pleasure to meet you. I'll see y'all later.
It was our pleasure, Jamie.
See y'all.
Well, Blanche, I love the girls, but they don't seem as old as you said.
It's the lighting. But he finally realized that I was totally committed to George, so he threw himself into a marriage that was doomed to failure. After 20 years, they realized they had nothing in common. I can't wait for him to get here and see how good I look.
You know, Blanche, Jamie may not see this as a happy reunion. I mean, after all, honey, he just lost his mother.
And I just ran out of gas, but life goes on.
Maybe he's just a hypochondriac.
Really?
Well, let's take a look. So, you've been keeping these ladies busy, have you?
Oh, I didn't mind. I have such a highly developed maternal instinct.
But the baby isn't wet.
Well, we'll change it anyway. Here you go.
Here I go.
The best time to change a diaper is when there's nothing in it.
I'll do it. You can help me. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Frank.
Excuse me, I'll get the coffee.
Dinner was delicious, Rose. What was it?
It's a Scandinavian specialty, Kaldomar.
I've never heard of that before, but it's marvelous.
No.
Oh, you just throw together some ground pork and cabbage.
Cabbage she serves me. In 10 minutes, I could be skywriting. How would you like to hold Mr. Morelli up for 2 choruses of Jeepers Creepers?
Ma, you did all that for 10 cents?
I know. It's worth $1, but all these guys lived through the Depression. For $1, they expect a good time, a shoe shine, and a full tank of gas. What's with this clown business? Couldn't you be a lawyer and just hang out with clowns?
Oh, I know it sounds a little odd, Mrs. Petrella, but right now I'm just burned out on law. Frankly, at this point, I think I can contribute more to the world in big red shoes and a spinning bow tie and carrying a little umbrella that rains on me.
I see. Dorothy. What did you do to him? She's gonna blow it.
Okay, Paul, we'll see you at the rally on Pier 5. Oh, the Dolphin will really appreciate it. Oh, isn't this exciting, taking part in a protest? Standing up as free Americans and exercising our right to say we're mad as hell and we're not going to take it anymore.
I'm out of spit. Can I go now?
Well, then call Enrique Mas and let him make your fuss for you, right there on television. You got to stand up for your rights, Rose.
All right, maybe I'll call.
Rose!
Well, I just feel overwhelmed. How could this have happened? Charlie and I were so careful with our money. We saved, we never splurged. Okay, 1 year we went to Chicago to tour the stockyards. You know what gets me mad about this whole thing? All those years Charlie put into that job just for the pension. He used to say, Rose, I hate selling horseshoes, but if I do it long enough, you'll be set for life. Where's mine?
Where's mine?
Cows have feelings, too. Anyway, when Harry really got lazy, Dad had to bring in Mr. Hoffenheisen to spread the seed. He did it in the most unusual way. He'd put on this really long rubber glove.
Okay, Ma, if you don't want to go to the doctor, you don't have to go to the doctor, all right? I'll tell you what, why don't we spend tomorrow afternoon together? And we'll work on our bonding. I'll take you to Wolfie's for an egg cream.
A chocolate egg cream?
You betcha.
Oh, boy, a chocolate egg cream. Forget it, Dorothy. I smell a pony ride. It's a compliment, Diane.
Thank you, Mrs. Petrillo.
Chinese people revere the elderly. In this country, we throw away anything that's old, but you people don't. That's a beautiful thing. You also have the most gorgeous hair in the world. Even when it's humid. Rose, what the hell are you doing?
I'm making omelets for us without yolks so we don't get too much cholesterol. And that leaves us all these yolks, which I hate to throw out, so I thought we'd give them to the homeless.
Fine, give them egg yolks. They'll die of heart attacks. They won't need homes.
We're going to New York for the honeymoon. I just hope I don't get murdered.
Charlie and I waited 2 whole years before we got married.
I got married before my father finished the sentence.
You married your father?
My father told Stan that he had to marry me. I was pregnant.
You had a blowgun wedding?
I am not talking about cellulite, which I don't have. I am talking about my daughter Janet. I just got off the phone with her. She's having marital troubles.
Oh, Blanche, I'm so sorry.
But they've decided to try and work things out, so they're going to Hawaii for a second honeymoon.
Well, sounds like they're trying to work it out. Why are you upset?
Don't you listen, she has cellulite.
Those are dimples.
Dimples are on these cheeks.
I invited him myself, and he says he's looking forward to coming.
Well, you should have still asked me first.
Oh, you're right, honey, but he's on his way over. We made a terrific dinner, so why don't you just relax and enjoy a lovely evening?
Well, you don't understand. Jonathan is a very special person. I don't want you doing or saying anything that would embarrass him.
Oh, Rose, come on. It's going to be wonderful. Now, stop worrying. Go check on dinner.
Oh, my God. What is it? What happened?
Nothing, Ma. Don't worry. I'm just fine.
Yeah, it's nothing serious, Sophia. Probably just a pull muscle.
It happened in class when she tried to do a 6-count Cincinnati riff with a double pullback. It goes something like this.
Margaret Weinstein did the same thing when they changed her medication.
Ladies, I'd like to present to you the winner of the 1985 Crypt and Casket Design Award. Paris has been talking about this one all spring. It's the Omega 3000.
How much?
You know, that top is hand-embellished gold leaf detail work. The satin interior is imported from a small textile mill outside Gstaad.
How much?
It's also lead-lined.
We're not burying Superman. How much?
$6,000.
This will come in a lot handier than those pearl earrings the next time I'm lost in the woods with a stack of pancakes.
Girls, I want to give y'all my gift next, okay? I just thought this was such a cute idea. I made the same one for each of you. Here, Sophia.
The man of Blanche's boudoir.
I could be a good mother and a friend.
No, she wasn't, Blanche. Honey, you're still a mother. And even though your kids are grown up and act like they don't need you, they do.
I'm not so sure about that, Dorothy.
You're absolutely right, Dorothy. And I'll tell you something else. A mother sometimes needs her children even more.
Thank you, Ma. That's very sweet.
Give me $20.
No. Who made being sick a little easier because they cared.
Oh. This is the best champagne I've ever tasted.
It should be. It's $430 a bottle.
Afford that.
Well, you did say the best.
Rose, for heaven's sake, you should have told me what it was.
Well, I better be on my way. It's my day to get groceries. Oh, God, I hate going to the supermarket.
Well, Rose, if you'd stop playing express line detective, people would stop yelling at you.
Oh, I see. So when you're standing in line reading TV Guide and you toss it on top of your 10 items, I'm supposed to look the other way. I think not, Dorothy.
Look, Rose, I made it perfectly clear to Caroline how I feel about you.
Maybe Caroline is right. Your wife died such a little while ago. Maybe I am taking advantage of your vulnerability.
Rose, you're a smart woman.
Oh, you are vulnerable. Oh, I'll let you.
Rose.
Not in the kitchen. You'll dry out the cheese. Dorothy, you'll be sorry.
Oh, Ma, come on. We liked each other. He's a funny, warm, giving man. He made me laugh. I am seeing him.
All right, go ahead. Meet your adulterer. But remember, you were brought up a lady. Keep both your feet on the floor.
I better go change. Blanche, what should I wear?
Well, if you're going to keep both feet on the floor, something you can pull off over your head.
I guess I did. It was dark and Stan stopped the car. I swear to you, I thought I was setting the parking brake.
Well, that's good. Safety first.
Ma, you put Buzz Aldrin's head on Neil Armstrong's body.
I did?
Yes, Ma, you did.
I'm so ashamed. I wouldn't blame you if you sent me to bed. Now, right now.
Look, Ma, it's important to be accurate. Now, look at the box.
Hey, Pussycat, it says here from ages 8 to 80. I'm out.
Come on, Ma.
Oh, Rebecca, what a surprise. Look at you. And you used to yell at me for wearing halter tops. Mama, I just got a job interview, and I really need you to babysit for Aurora.
Aurora? I just hate that name. Why couldn't you have found something more musical, more southern, more beautiful?
Sorry, Blanche. Look,
Dorothy, maybe we should all get some rest and try to figure a way out for Sophia tomorrow.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Dorothy, can we look in on Sophia, too?
She is like a mother to us.
I think she'd like that. Here's the key.
I've been thinking about what we should do in case they do send Sophia off.
A what, appeal?
No, a party, a prison party.
Listen, I just got the television station to give me 8 hours of airtime for the telethon.
Rose, that's wonderful.
The only thing is, there are so many things to get organized. I'm going to have to get somebody to help me do this.
Well, you could sign me up. I would love to help.
You? Oh, you turned the telethon into a disgusting manhunt.
A disgusting manhunt. What a great idea!
Dorothy? Dorothy? Where am I?
Sophia, welcome to heaven.
I'm in heaven?
That's right.
Heaven, heaven? I went straight to heaven, no stops, no purgatory?
Purgatory. Oh, you Catholics.
I really want to thank you for coming over, Jerry.
Actually, I wasn't going to, Blanche, but I figured this explanation's got to be a pip.
Explanation. No, none of those. I just wanted to apologize for tonight and say I hope we can still be friends.
Sure, Blanche.
But there's something I need to know.
Come on, Mom.
Please,
You
don't-
have to talk to Dorothy.
Rose, I can't.
I want to know what you're fighting
Look,
about.
Rose, it is no big deal.
Sweetheart, this doesn't involve you.
Well, look, and no one's leaving this kitchen until someone tells the truth.
I'll tell
Miles.
you. Dorothy stole $500 from me.
You liar!
I've got to do something. I can't just sit idly back and let this wedding take place. Oh, how in the name of Mother Dixie can a woman named Zbornak appreciate the majesty of Hollingsworth Manor?
Sitting on the veranda with her mother.
I'm Olga Nordstrom from St. Olaf. I'm looking for Sven Lindstrom.
He's right there.
Wow.
Sven, your father sent me. I was chosen to be your bride. I'm not leaving this house without you.
Wow.
Now might be a good time to let him down soft.
Better late than...
Blanche!
Pregnant.
That's incorrect, but certainly not untrue.
Rose!
Guy, is it better late than never?
Right you are, Rose!
Come on, we're in the middle of a hand. Four of a kind. Beat that.
Straight flush. Pay me, honey.
Ma, what are you doing?
Losing? It's strip poker.
That's it. Game's over.
Who do you think you are, Donald Trump? You don't own this casino.
You said, why, no, darling. This is the best Mother's Day I've ever had. Don't you remember that, Mama?
Well, I thought that happened to Virginia. Wasn't Virginia the slut?
No, ma'am, that was me.
sorry, Dorothy, but the bylaws clearly state that any derogatory remarks about the king are grounds for immediate expulsion.
Maybe you ought to join an organization that is a little less fanatical in its devotion, honey.
Like what, Blanche? The PLO?
Come on, Dorothy, let's move this little beauty. Okay.
Oh, wait. No, honey, she won't budge. Oh, Rose, I don't think we're going to be able to move it.
Dorothy, if the Egyptians built the pyramids, now we can move this toilet.
Fine, get me 20,000 Hebrews and I'll have it out of here.
Well, Dorothy, you go. You can relax and take your mind off your job interview tomorrow afternoon.
Oh, all right.
Oh, good. I would lend you my pass to the jockey's lounge, but you don't want to date a jockey. The sex is over too fast, and afterwards, the only nice thing they have to say to you is, good girl, good girl.
Very becoming.
Okay, enough chit-chat. I fix it so all this will come crashing down on your head.
What are you talking about?
I'm finally going to get my revenge. I put a curse on you.
There are no curses, Sophia. That's 1,000 miles and 100 years ago. Sophia put a curse on me.
You're only generous when it doesn't mean anything, but you won't give if it's going to hurt.
Hey, Dorothy, you could always call Claude Hughes.
Oh, come on, Ma. Claude Hughes is the dullest, ugliest man I know.
So what's the problem?
He didn't want to go. Hello? Oh, look, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to interrupt. No, I'm sure this is a very worthy cause, but, no, to be perfectly frank, at this moment, I couldn't give a flying fig about whooping cranes.
But still, St. Olaf's town motto was better Ned than Red. Ned was sort of the town idiot.
When, on your days off?
What do you want me to do? Throw her out?
Yes. And while you're at it, ditch the commie.
Dorothy?
Cousin Magda.
Such a beautiful home. Who sleeps with government official?
That would be my friend Blanche.
Pleased to meet you, Magda.
Thank you.
And this is my mother, Sophia Petrillo.
So, you're Stan's cousin.
Please don't hold this against me.
She's okay.
But I was looking for someone more exciting. That's when Buzz came along. He was St. Olaf's hippest cat. A musician, you know the type. He once put a whole box of chiclets in his mouth on a dare.
Cool.
Well, Rose, do I look like the mayor of Palm Springs?
Doug Henning is the mayor of Palm Springs?
Just play the music, Rose.
I'm selling encyclopedias, and his name was at the top of my list of leads. I hope I haven't bothered you, and I'm truly sorry about your husband.
Oh, now that is really odd. I mean, if he's selling encyclopedias, why didn't he try to sell us his set?
And you know what else is so strange about it? He didn't bring them in. It works, truly. She said no one can be scared when they hear that song. Except maybe the Kaiser.
I don't need a song. I just want to be young and beautiful and healthy again.
Blanche, that's what we all want.
I know, but I deserve it. Oh, he just muttered something in Latin. I explained to him that Simon and I have been going out every night, and it's just fatigue.
And then what did he say?
He wants to match the heartbeats that this records to my activities. So for the next 24 hours, I have to write down everything I do.
And you're not embarrassed to have him read that smut?
I can't believe with something this important that you are still so self-centered.
Yeah. Count me in.
Oh, Dorothy, can you drive me to the mall Friday night? They're giving free blood pressure tests, and some of the girls and I have a high-low bet.
You were getting along great. You seemed to like each other. You had a wonderful time together.
I don't want to talk about it, Dorothy. Besides, Stephen just didn't have all the qualities I look for in a man.
Hi, girls. What a great day. I feel so terrific. It's like life is a giant weenie roast, and I'm the biggest weenie.
Mary!
Hi, Dorothy.
Honey!
Hey, welcome, stranger. Come in here and sit down.
So how have you been doing?
Tell me, sweetheart, you having fun in high school?
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, I loved high school. It seems like only yesterday, riding around with the boys in their cars and the dances.
And don't forget the Hindenburg disaster.
Well, I'm due at church in about half an hour. They're starting to serve Christmas dinner at 1 o'clock. I better get ready.
Hey, Rose, could you use some extra help?
Oh, we could use all the help we can get.
Then I'm going with you.
Hey, count me in. Since I didn't get a gift I have to bury out in the backyard, well, I'm feeling all Christmassy, too.
Ma, you coming?
But I rented Scarface.
I mean, none of us wants to go shopping in this terrible heat. So why don't we just put names into a hat, and then we just have to pick out a gift for the one person whose name we pick.
There's only one problem with your plan, Pussycat. One of us is going to get the gift from Rose.
Oh, everybody get in here. Come and see what I just got.
What is it, Blanche?
Oh, my commemorative plate from the Citrus Festival just arrived.
Oh, can I see
No,
it?
no, darling, don't touch it. Oh, nobody must touch it. It is very rare. Only the 5 people on the committee get these each year. Oh, look.
What are you doing?
Dorothy's going through a high school yearbook to see who all's dead.
That's my Pussycat. Fun, fun, fun.
Ma, do you remember Helen Colquist?
Was she that tremendously fat woman with a wooden leg and a totally hairless cat named Cincinnati Jake?
No.
Then I don't remember her.
After George and I were married, I began to realize that Jamie had this yen for me. Poor boy. Trapped in a seething cauldron of forbidden passion for his gorgeous sister-in-law. There were nights when he actually bayed at the moon.
I mean, is it Francis as in Francie or Francis as in Frank?
I don't know. It's wearing yellow.
We could find out, Rose.
Oh.
Put on the Dolphins game and see if it watches by looking, Rose.
We could change its diaper and see if it has a winky.
Ma, did you have a good time?
Great. I even made a few bucks.
How did you do that, Sophia?
The place was packed with old geezers right for the picking. I charged them 10 cents a dance.
Ma, you didn't.
Please. I worked hard for that money. Half the time they'd fall asleep in the middle of a song.
Dorothy.
Sweetheart, how was your day?
Well, my ulcer didn't flare up. I'm having dinner with you, so I guess it's perfect. All right.
Thank you. Hey, Kenny, what's a nice boy like you doing with ulcers anyway? You got a job that pays and a girl who'll do anything for you. Anything. You will, won't you, Dorothy? Look at this. Toothbrushes, 39 cents each. I bought 4 gross. Anybody in the mood to remove some plaque?
Oh, Ma, you have almost 600 toothbrushes here. People don't use that many in a lifetime, and at your age.
Please. I'm way ahead of you. I bought half pink, half blue. So after I'm gone, you and your brother Phil won't fight to see who gets them.
Would I be insisting on this checkup if I didn't care about you?
Why can't we just do each other's hair like Blanche and her daughter?
Oh, look, Ma, I know you're scared. I'll go with you. Look, when I was little, didn't you make me go and get all my shots?
I had to lie to you and tell you we were going on the pony rides.
Yep.
And you fell for it time after time. Just like Pavlov's dog. Only dumber.
He doesn't mind doing it in his own bed, but there's something about doing it in a public place.
Kind of like sex.
Maybe where you come from.
It's a compliment, I am.
Thank you, Mrs. Petrillo.
Chinese people revere the elderly. In this country, we throw away anything that's old. But you people don't. That's a beautiful thing. You also have the most gorgeous hair in the world. Even when it's humid.
Hungry or suicidal?
It's not easy being the mother of a child with her own free will.
I knew I felt the refrigerator open. What's wrong? You've been upset all day.
It's Rebecca. I just don't understand.
Why didn't somebody tell me it was dinner time?
Sugar, I didn't expect to see you here.
Daddy, I just heard what happened, and I'm so sorry. I truly am.
Oh, don't worry. It's my own fault. If I wasn't such a stubborn old fool.
Now, don't be hard on yourself.
Well, it's true. I never should have tried that Beatle medley.
And if it's all right with you, I wouldn't mind living here full time.
Well, I would certainly have to discuss that with your parents.
Oh, Mom and Dad will say yes. Well, they'll be as happy with the idea as I am. I'm gonna get some ice cream.
Wait up, I'll show you where I hide the good stuff. Call his mother.
Inquisition? Look, I don't have to defend myself. If I want to see Glenn, I'll see Glenn.
You're seeing Glenn? I don't want to hear about it.
Well, I don't want to talk about it. Good night.
Good night.
What are you doing up so late?
I was hungry. I was making myself a sandwich. Do you want one?
No, thanks. We went out to dinner.
Oh, that's nice. So you spent the evening at dinner.
It's about a 20-minute walk. But I usually take the bus.
Are you waiting for one now?
No, I'm learning to get in touch with my emotions.
Tell me, will it take long? You know, you're reading my Newsweek.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, Dorothy, I see you met Milton.
Oh, yes. We were just getting acquainted, dumping Rosie's driftwood.
Supposed to be my best friend. Best friends are supposed to be able to confide in one another. So I want to know why I overheard you on the telephone telling Anita Rubaker that I had my tubes tied.
I said you bought a tube top. When did you have your tubes tied?
I didn't. If I had, it would have been about the same time you had your nose done.
I never had my nose done. Rose is the one who had her nose done. Oops, sorry, Rose.
Men are built that way. No, it's a fact. I saw Dr. Art Ulin explain it on the Today Show with a plastic model.
Please, Ma, you slept like a baby. I know, because I spent the whole night awake in that chair.
Well, it couldn't be any worse than trying to sleep on a hard wooden bench in the middle of a railway station.
Boy, you do it any place, don't you, Blaine?
Ready for a breakout? Yeah, thanks. I'm gonna go out back, get some fresh air.
Well, won't the neighbors see you?
Just a gentleman friend paying a visit. Of course, it would look better if one of you were out there with me. Come on, Donnie.
What do you mean, come on? If you want me to do you a favor, you ask me.
All right, I'm asking. You don't have to bite my head off.
You're a real charmer, you know that?
Oh, you lady die. Come on.
Do me a favor, join the bomb squad. Oh, God, I'm crazy nuts about this guy.
Hey, I'm the one who should feel bad. Lydia and I were wearing the same dress.
Honey, can we go now? I've been planning this for months. A weekend alone in the woods. It's going to be perfect.
Oh, it sounds romantic. Maybe you'll have another baby.
I better make sure we packed everything.
Here. I don't really know how to say this. I never thought I'd ever be saying this in my wildest dreams. And you know just how wild they can get. What I'm trying to tell you, Simon, the last time we made love was the last time. Guess it's just lucky that we took those snapshots. Dawdle. Now, men have a very short memory span when it comes to that question. Sometimes they forget before you get your clothes back on.
Dorothy, Glenn is such a charmer. He and Sophia are really getting along.
Can I tell her? Glenn asked Dorothy to marry him.
Do it! Oh, marry him, Dorothy. Even if you have to sign one of those prenatal agreements.
Oh, she's out there alone now. She hasn't said a word since we left the cemetery. I have no idea how she's going to react to this.
I've made a decision. I'm going to become a nun.
Well, at least now you know.
Oh, yeah, the evil pen pal. So what did Kuda Kim say in his letters that hurt my little girl?
No, it was in high school. Michael Tortelli, remember? Captain of the football team.
Oh, he was beautiful. Black, wavy hair, strong, Roman nose, and he could read.
Real big. Big, big, big.
Cat show?
Dog show. Miami's 13th annual. Oh, that's right, ladies. This afternoon I'm going to get the scoop on man's best friend.
Oh, congratulations, honey. I know you're going to do a great job.
Oh, I just wish my mother and father were here to see this.
Because they'd be so proud of you.
No, because they'd be alive.
Health. The outlook is drear. We're dreading Armageddon, they disrupt our career. And though he may refuse the news we bring, we must fly and try to warn the king.
Oh, I hate men. Steve is leaving me.
For another woman?
Oh, don't be ridiculous. He's leaving me for Tokyo.
Oh, sweetheart, I'm sorry.
What's going on?
Oh, Stevie's leaving Blanche for Tokyo, Rose.
Well, I can understand that. She is a big radio personality.
Under a hurricane watch. We'll keep tracking the storm to see if it's going to come our way.
I can't believe it. The Eastern Seaboard's history. God, it feels good to be right.
Well, I am not going to let any bad news affect me today. I am in control of my fate. For once in her life, Dorothy Zbornak is the master of her own destiny. I am woman. Hear me roar.
Hey, who says you're not a hero? Welcome home.
It is home, isn't it? Last night, I wasn't quite here yet. This morning was real. When I handed you that rose, I realized I was standing at a stranger's door. Because the truth is, I'm not a soldier. I'm a pharmacist in his 50s, and you're a woman in her.
Watch it, Bill.
So sue me. I just got caught up in the moment. And then afterwards we went for coffee, and then one thing led to another, and we wound up here. Well, is that so bad?
I can't believe you. Are you actually standing here telling your own mother you had sex with a complete stranger?
No, but it was an incredible simulation.
Hi.
Hi.
I haven't seen you here before.
I usually don't come to places like this.
Well, I can understand. A lot of people feel uncomfortable in a bar.
Yes, I can see that.
And now I'm not going to get to say goodbye.
Stop it, Blanche. Rose can beat this. Hell, if I can beat it, she can. And you know how I know? Because she's strong. Strong like me.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You went through heart surgery too, didn't you, Sophia?
No, I take nitroglycerin because I want to explode.
Excuse me. Hello? Oh, hello, Norman, darling. Are we still on for tonight? But you said but you promised. I see. All right. Bye-bye. I don't understand. It's the second time Norman is canceled.
Maybe he's not interested.
Not interested? Don't be silly. I am the most attractive and available woman in all of Miami. Now that Miss Donna Rice has moved to Hollywood. Shut up and hold my hand.
What?
Hold my hand. Now look in my eyes. Look deep into my eyes. Look like you want to kiss me. Okay, move your lips around. Now go like this.
Blanche, I don't count
Okay,
really.
okay, get ready to kiss me.
Blanche.
Get set,
Blanche.
go.
Blanche, is that you?
Well, Floyd McCallum, oh, shame on you sneaking up on us like that. And in front of this young child, too.
Mama, you have to accept me for what I am. You have to stop trying to tell me how to run my life, otherwise I'm gonna have to leave again.
No, honey. Oh, you know, you're absolutely right. I'm sorry. Oh, hey, I love you just the way you are. Every last pound of you. Just exactly how many pounds is it I'm currently loving?
Mama. As it turns out, it wasn't such a bad thing to do. The stuff tasted great, and Salvador decided to market it. At first, it didn't move so well. Linguine with ear salve on a menu doesn't look too appetizing. But once he changed the name to pesto sauce, it moved like hotcakes.
Ma, you're making this up.
So what? I'm old. I'm supposed to be colorful.
As nervous as I am? I can't believe I'm going to meet the President of the United States. Oh, if I say something stupid, I'll die.
Can we make a donation in lieu of flowers?
Dorothy, you're not still planning on saying all those things to the President, are you?
Oh, absolutely. When he comes through that door, I am ready for him. Read my lips. I'm telling him off.
I'm telling him off. Well, it's not really fair, because I can hear you.
I'd like a package of these, please.
And, I'll take these.
No, thank you. Now, that wasn't so bad, was it?
Joe, I need a price check on some condoms.
Hello? I'm Dorothy Zbornak. I have an appointment about the vice principal's job. Yes, unfortunately, my car broke down and I'm stuck here at the auto mechanics. Is there any way that Mr. Pratt could see me later this afternoon? He could. 4:45 would be perfect. Thanks so much. I'll see you then. $20 to win on Ma's mouth. I haven't been to the track in 15 years.
Oh, go on, Dorothy, take her. It'll be a fun afternoon and Rose can memorize a horse.
I'd rather not.
Oh, Dorothy, please, come on, be a pal. I do it for you.
Why can't you go by yourself?
I'm afraid to go to the track by myself. You always meet a lot of lecherous guys out for a good time who think they can impress you by throwing their money around.
Oh, damn, I wish I didn't have to go to work today. I mean, come on, Dorothy, he's a judge. He's fun to be with, and I haven't paid a speeding ticket in 6 months.
This is why I hate doing this. You always do this, Blanche. You always keep all the good guys for yourself and you give us the leftovers. You know what your trouble is?
Of course not.
Dorothy, dropping him was the smartest thing you ever did.
What are you going to do if he calls again?
Don't talk to him.
Oh, why not? 4 years is a long time. Maybe he's divorced.
What you think?
Well, sure. Why else would he call?
Oh, stay away from him.
Oh, see him.
Keep some self-respect.
Self-respect is for losers like Rose.
I remember in the early 50s when McCarthy came to St. Olaf to speak in the town square. I was never so moved by a public speaker. Although some people thought he was a puppet for the right wing. No, wait, that was Charlie McCarthy.
I'd have put money on that.
Well, I can't believe she ever read a book, much less wrote one.
They're here. I just hope Magda is nothing like Stan.
Dorothy, what am I going to do about my sister coming? By the time she leaves Miami, she'll be more famous here than I am.
Honey, only if they close the Sheraton.
Incredibly beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Buzz. These are my roommates, Dorothy and Blanche.
How do you do?
Hello there.
Pleased to meet you.
Tell me, Buzz, is Buzz short for something?
No, actually, it's not an unusual name in St. Olaf. Everybody in my family is named Buzz.
Oh, Buzz and I are going out to lunch.
You're kidding. Buzz is here, too?
Why were you dating Buzz at the same time as Charlie?
Because I didn't know which one I liked better. They were so different. Charlie liked to do all the typical teenage things. When we'd go to a drive-in movie, he'd hide me in the trunk so we only had to pay admission for one. And after the movie, he'd drive me home, let me out of the trunk and tell me all about it.
Dorothy's going to be in the mother-daughter beauty pageant with me.
Oh, really? Listen, I know one of the judges. Just keep telling the little bald guy he's been naughty.
Is anything wrong?
She just realized there's going to be a scar. It's really just last-minute stage fright. All my patients have it.
Oh, honey, I'm sure it'll be nothing. You'll hardly notice it.
That madman wants to rip me open from stem to stern.
Your two favorite parts.
Oh, it's called a Holter monitor. Makes a kind of ticker tape of the heart.
What's wrong with your heart?
Oh, nothing. Dr. Stein just thought it sounded a little irregular. I think it's because I was so uncomfortable sitting there topless with a strange man.
Next time, just pretend you're at home and he's the bug guy.
What I meant was, how about working for me? I'm swamped with this project for Enrique Mas, and there is money for an assistant.
Tell me more.
Well, we're compiling statistics on supplemental health care for seniors. Some companies are preying on fear and then using loopholes to avoid paying claims. For someone on fixed income, it's a matter of life and death.
By tell me more, I mean, does it pay $300?
Oh, girls, you're just in time. Where's Blanche?
Oh, she said to save her a seat. She saw a man smiling at her out in the hall.
Everybody's smiling here. I haven't seen so many goofy smiles since the great dentures swap at Shady Pines.
I used to attract men who were young and active and virile. But now they just want to date girls in their 20s and 30s. What's a great-looking gal in her 40s to do?
Perhaps we should find one and ask her.
Shut up, Rose. These letters are just a fantasy. The man is in prison for the next 20 years for armed robbery.
Blanche, I don't think it's right to lead the guy on like that.
Oh, why not? The poor man is surrounded by concrete and bars. What's wrong with bringing a little joy into his life?
Nothing at all. Back in St. Olaf, our justice system is very progressive.
We can come up with new and exciting novelties that will make today's plastic vomit obsolete. To make all of this happen, all I need from each of you is $1,000. What do you say?
No.
Okay, make it 100, but no monthly report.
Goodbye, Stanley.
Well, why don't I just wait outside, give you a few minutes to think this over?
Fine. He's still here in the morning. Let's give him coffee, okay?
Here's a couple that's willing to pay $400 a night for a room.
$400? Back in St. Olaf, the most expensive room is $1,850. And that includes the cow.
All right, Rose, why would you want a cow in the room?
It's the law.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I've been sitting here looking through the book, and I can't believe how many of my classmates are gone. I mean, look, Frank Bonatardi, tight end on the football team, heart attack, dead.
Well, Dorothy, don't think of it as Frank being dead. Just think of it as God telling Frank to go deep. George's younger brother, Jamie, is flying in tomorrow from Charleston to help settle my part of the estate.
You and Jamie were close?
Well, we were classmates in high school. I thought he was cute, but of course I could never date someone from my own class. Well, I'd been dating seniors since I was 12. I had my reputation to consider.
Shut up, Mom.
Honey, can we go now? I've been planning this for months. A weekend alone in the woods. It's going to be perfect.
Oh, it sounds romantic. Maybe you'll have another baby.
I better make sure we packed everything.
Well, thanks again. Goodbye, Francis. You be good now.
Now, don't you worry about a thing. You go and have a good.
What a beautiful little thing.
Yes. What is it, Rose, a boy or a girl?
Of course. Thanks for seeing us home, Miles.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Rose.
Well, hello there.
Oh, I didn't know you had company.
Dorothy, Blanche, I'd like you to meet Miles Weber.
How do you do, Miles? Nice to meet you.
Dorothy, thank you.
A real delight.
Miles is my dancing partner at the ballroom.
Oh, yes, and tonight we were the king and queen of the rumba.
Olé.
Your Ken is quite a catch, Dorothy. For once, I'm a bit jealous.
What's not to be jealous about? The man's gorgeous. He's got money and class. I couldn't be happier for you, Dorothy. I just want to give you a loving mother's advice. Don't blow it.
Well, I don't make enough at the counseling center to live without that pension, so I figured I'd better get a new job.
I'm helping her look. We're going through the classifieds and cutting out ads that might be of some interest to her.
Single white male seeks traveling companion. Tour of European cathedrals. No prudes.
That's my pal.
Dorothy, how come we never bond?
We're from before bonding and quality time. We're from when people stayed together because they had no choice. Too old for you.
Has he been your doctor ever since you were little?
He's not my doctor. He's my friend.
Oh.
Oh, no, Oliver. The bottle, please. Thank you, dear.
Listen, Harry. Thank you. Thank you. I can't tell you what it means to have someone like you believe me.
Give me that. That's not his. He had Buddy Klein do it for him.
This place is just a mess, Rose. What am I going to do? She's going to be here any minute. This place is a pigsty.
Oh, Blanche, it looks gorgeous.
Don't sit. I just fluffed. Honey, dust the table.
I just did.
Well, do it again. God, I wish she wasn't coming. I just hate her.
I can't believe you hate your sister.
I despise her. Oh, I wish I'd gotten a decorator. Nancy Reagan's decorator. That'd kill my sister. Mama's jewels. I can never replace them. Oh, I'm just beside myself. And you ought to see the mess they made in there. They flat tore this place apart.
They were probably looking for drugs.
We have Malox and estrogen. Now, how many junkies have gas and hot flashes?
Oh, this reminds me of when we were little, and you used to tell me bedtime stories.
Oh, yeah. The boogeyman and the little girl. The zombie in the hamper. Cannibal parents. I think between the ages of 5 and 7, you might have gotten 2 hours sleep.
Meant to impress you, this is just to get you tipsy.
Richard, you rascal.
You know, I've made a lot of money, and I've seen a lot of the world. But there's still one thing in my life that's missing.
What?
Someone to share it with.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Did that champagne kick in yet?
No. But if you're ready to make your move, I can pretend it did.
Everyone hated Minky. Well, he seemed to take great pleasure in giving other people pain. They hated him so much that nobody ever went to the dentist or the library. In 1938, you could tell if someone was from St. Olaf. They were illiterate and they had teeth that looked like Indian corn.
Thank you, Rose.
That was a wonderful story.
I'm only half done.
I passed a kidney stone once that was less painful than this.
You are out of here. One Wawa in my life was enough. Look, I have had it with that disgusting dog. I have tolerated him as long as I can. He's got to go.
But Dorothy...
No buts, Rose.
Well, okay, but I'll need a few more days.
All right, a few more days, and that is it. Get me a doggy bone.
I don't know, Dorothy. I don't think you deserve one.
Ma, are you sure about this?
I'm not even sure I have these pants on right.
I want you to go slow and pace yourself.
That's what I used to tell your father. The only thing he did faster than eat was make love. And in both cases, before I was finished, he'd pat his stomach and say, I've had enough.
Understand.
And of course it'd be better
It would be better with Shelley Hack, Rose. Just turn it on.
Here goes. That's Sophia walking into the kitchen.
I didn't know Fess Parker was in this picture.
Ma, what are you doing?
I'm mugging for the camera.
You're mugging me. You're stealing money out of my pocket.
I'm checking to see if we have the exact change for the bus. Now I'm stealing.
Oh my God, is that me?
When I call your name, please come up on stage. Bobby Spina!
Please say you didn't do this.
Jeannie Taylor!
Please tell me you didn't do this.
Dorothy Spornak! Dorothy Spornak!
Dorothy, stop that. You're making a fool of yourself. Mr. Ha-Ha's looking at you.
I'll tell you what I'll do. Will you accept the test?
You bet.
One of the most important parts of this job is product testing. I will give you a test to do at home. You will bring in the results and I will see how you do. But I must warn you, both Enrique Mas and Enrique Mas demand that the results be accurate in every detail.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Moss.
You could call me Enrique.
No, I don't think I can. Did I ever tell you the story about Herod of Schornborst?
Many times.
Well, then you remember, he was St. Olaf's most famous shepherd. Well, Herod used to say, you can have 100 sheep, and if one goes astray, that's the one you go look for. Especially if it's the best-looking one.
Rose has got to find some new role models.
Hi, ladies.
Oh, hello,
I
Miles.
want you to meet my daughter. This is Caroline.
Caroline,
Dorothy?
so nice to meet
This
you.
is Sophia.
How do you do? Rose Miles is here. Rose Miles is here.
Hello, Rose.
So we made up. And I vowed right then and there never, ever to fight over something so childish and silly again. My favorite!
I have a sister story I think you'll find interesting.
She didn't just break it, she made it so the eyes would never close again. She made Mrs. Doolittle look like a morphine addict.
What a day. I wasn't able to get any work done today because of that new girl, Abby. I mean, she's constantly talking to me all day long, and she never listens to me. Do you know what it's like to be totally ignored?
So how was your day, Rose?
That banana in your tailpipe.
It'll be an honor to serve.
Guess what? I spoke with Harry this morning, and he said we can keep one of the puppies.
No!
I can't believe you said no.
Oh, come on, Rose. We've talked about pets. Now, there's no one home during the day to take care of it.
I'm home during the day.
No one lucid is home during the day. There you are.
You're wise. You're just wise.
Oh, good, you're both here. Listen, I interviewed a very sweet lady on the phone to be our roommate, and she'll be here soon. So when she gets here, please pretend to be nice.
Well, this is good news. I mean, you've already turned down about 12 people. They're either too thin or too pretty or too young. It's as though you only want to live with a woman who...
Honestly, Mrs. Petrollo, I don't know how this happened.
Let's see. Did you both drink out of the same cup?
Stanley, go into the kitchen. I want to talk to Ma in private. I'm sorry, Ma. I know I've disappointed you.
How could you let this happen, Dorothy? How could you throw everything away for an hour's worth of passion?
I don't know. It just sort of... What do you mean an hour's worth? It's supposed to take an hour?
You have really done it this time. Now, I don't blame you for this, Gloria. This is your fault. You never take my feelings into consideration. You can't act like this anymore. I can't take it. I won't take it.
Dorothy. Dorothy, wait.
Fine. You don't want to take it anymore? You don't have to take it. See how well you do without me. Hey, listen to this. Older gentleman seeks lady of refinement. I like moonlit nights, romantic Italian dinners, and waking up in the morning. If you're old enough to remember when Sinatra was skinny, please send letter and photo. This is the one. He's perfect. I found myself a man.
Excuse me, miss. But do you know how smashingly lovely your eyes are?
Oh, please. I'll bet you talked to Dorothy and she sent you out on this mission of mercy. So just take a hike, teabag.
I beg your pardon, I don't know who this Dorothy is. I don't know any of the women here.
I like that in a man. But I'm Blanche and I have lovely eyes.
I'm Derek, and the pleasure is mine.
Stanley, what are you doing? Have you lost your mind? You're ruining the biggest day of my life.
You're getting married, and you couldn't send an invitation to Stanley's Bornak, the man who gave you his name.
I'm sorry. The list was alphabetical. The Zionists aren't speaking to me either.
But this rumor is the worst kind of rumor. This is a true rumor. It actually happened, just like you said.
Well, not with me, it didn't.
Mr. Kessler, who was the woman?
Well, I can't reveal her identity under any circumstances.
Independent sources have already identified the woman as Blanche Devereaux.
Oh, please, what sources?
Weren't they kind of hard to see riding on the elephants?
Oh, not that kind of circus. A herring circus. Sort of like SeaWorld. Only smaller. Much, much smaller. But bigger than a flea circus.
Tell me, Rose, did they ever shoot a herring out of a cannon?
Oh, Ma, why'd you do that? You just made matters worse with that ridiculous curse.
Ridiculous? The curse works, believe me. I've used it before.
Oh, when?
Baltimore Colts, New York Jets, 1969. Draw your own conclusions.
As nervous as I am? I can't believe I'm going to meet the President of the United States. Oh, if I say something stupid, I'll die.
Can we make a donation in lieu of flowers?
Dorothy, you're not still planning on saying all those things to the president, are you?
Oh, absolutely. When he comes through that door, I am ready for him. Read my lips. I'm telling him off.
I'm telling him off. Well, it's not really fair, because I can hear you.
Stick and half a dozen cheap tawdry romance novels.
Well, then we're all set. We have everything we need for the cruise.
Girls, listen, maybe we don't have everything we need.
But what are we missing?
Well, we are going away for a romantic weekend to the Bahamas with Jeff and Rich and Randy. In this day and age, it might be a good idea to take along some protection.
What kind of protection?
2 armed Pinkerton guards.
I emerged, framed in the doorway, and slowly let the bathrobe slide from my perfect body. And you know what he said to me? Put your clothes back on, I'm going to take you home. How can I ever look him in the eye? Why, I'll never be able to go back to work again. Oh, put your clothes back on. That's the first time anybody's ever said that to me.
Dorothy, I can't finish this picture.
Why not?
I can't paint a horse from memory.
What you need is a model.
I know a place where you can see a horse. I know a place where you can see horses and lots of little men in silk pants with whips. Or you could go to the racetrack instead.
Actually, I have 4 houses and a summer home.
Come on, Ma, calm down. There's no curse. Nothing's going to happen.
How could you do that to me?
What are you making such a thing?
Leave me alone. I hate you.
Just a little lover's quarrel. Please go on with the party. I better see what's wrong.
He's been lulled into a false sense of security for the past 70 years, so I don't want you showing up like a wallflower and blowing my big moment.
Sophia's right. Oh, Dorothy, come on, borrow one of my men. One of my many.
Yeah, I got to keep half my self-respect, and she got to keep everything else. Anyway, that's why I had to talk to you. I had to find out how you were doing.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm doing just fine. Maybe I will have just a glass of water. Gee, it seems so strange not meeting you in a hotel room. I guess I shouldn't steal the towels. Did he leave a number?
Who's Glenn O'Brien?
He's the married guy she shacked up with 4 years ago.
And look, I'm not proud of what I did, but didn't seem so bad at the time. He was trapped in a bad marriage.
There's no such thing as being trapped in a marriage. In this country, you can get divorced. In Sicily, there was no divorce. If you wanted to end a marriage, you had to resort to the lupara.
Is that some kind of legal loophole?
It's some kind of sawed-off shotgun.
You are not going to believe this. My sister Charmaine just called me.
I didn't think the two of you were speaking.
Well, we're not.
Then how'd you know it was her on the other end of the line?
Rose, you're bringing down the curve for the whole country.
Well, Rose, you want to go see a movie tonight?
Well, actually, I'm expecting an old boyfriend from high school. His name's Buzz Mueller, and I haven't seen him in 40 years. But if this really bothers you...
Oh, no. I totally understand. Well, it's too bad. I was going to take you to see Henry V.
Well, it's just as well. I always think by the time they get to number 5, those sequels get pretty predictable.
Rose Nyland, you were in a love triangle and never told us.
Well, I didn't think you'd be interested.
Oh, but you were certain that we would be interested in the story about little Yemeni, the boy who was raised by a wild moose?
May I remind you, Dorothy, that moose didn't just raise little Yemeni. He put him through medical school.
Competition is the thing that keeps me going. But if you want me to let it go...
All right, Ma, I'll do it.
You've made me a happy woman. Now, if you want to go the extra mile, I hear one of the judges has a fetish.
How do I look?
They won't be able to take their eyes off.
Over there, send the word over there, that the Yanks are coming, the drums coming everywhere, send the word.
He
your physical go?
Oh, just fine. The doctor could not believe it when I told him my age.
Why? What age did you tell him? Blanche, what is that thing?
She's decided to install a change machine.
The problem is, Robert charges $300, and it's just not in my budget this month. Oh, that's the trouble with being beautiful. The maintenance will kill you.
I have an idea, Blanche. How about moonlighting and making some extra money?
Another job? Rose, I already work my fingers to the bone 12 hours a week at the museum. Picasso on your left, snack bar downstairs. It's a wonder I'm not an alcoholic. You know, this kind of thing has been happening to me a lot lately, and I think it's because I'm going out with men who are too old for me. In the last year, my average date has been over 60, bald, covered in liver spots, and wears a truss.
Sounds good to me.
Blanche, I didn't. Oh, it's no problem, honey. It's just another one of those letters from Meryl. I would read it to you anyway. They're not personal.
Not personal. The man said he wants to lie naked with you on a beach.
Well, sure, and I wrote him I want to make passionate love to him in a hammock, suspended between two magnolia trees. You know, that couldn't possibly happen.
Well, maybe if you lose a few pounds.
Hi, it's me, Stan. I brought you a gift.
Oh, why, thank you, Stanley. Oh, and look, there's a little card. Merry Christmas, Sports Illustrated subscriber.
You don't have a baseball radio, do you, Dorothy?
Stanley, why are you really here?
I am going to make all you women wealthy.
How come whenever my ship comes in, it's leaking?
No way, I mean it. If it had been any other weekend. I know, but I'm queen of a ball. Isn't that something? Here, listen to this. Quote, the highlight being the Citrus Festival Ball, which is being chaired this year by 35-year-old Blanche Devereaux. Twice. I think over the past 5 years, I might have forgotten to mention that y'all are living here with me and paying rent.
We just slipped your mind?
Well, of course not, darling, but you know I think of you girls as family. Now, how would it look if they thought I was charging my own family rent?
Honest.
Don't you ever get a nosebleed from taking the high road all the time? Well, I'm not. I loathed Mama Devereaux, and the feeling was entirely mutual. Till the day George died, she always introduced me as his first wife. I just hope the old witch went slowly.
I sense the period of mourning is over.
How about a cup of tea, Martha?
A little. I made a pig of myself at the funeral.
It was nice. Everybody had a good time.
I'm going to miss her so much.
I know. But you said yourself, the last few weeks were so hard on her. At least now she's resting peacefully.
I feel so bad.
Hey, I'm the one who should feel bad. Lydia and I were wearing the same dress.
Wanting you as much as you want them.
I knew it had to be something like that. Thank you, Dorothy.
There really is one born every minute.
Blanche, you hate tuna fish.
All right, then no more tuna fishermen.
Hi, girls. Do these pearls look okay with this?
Honey, pearls look fine with everything, from the fanciest dress to that.
His brother went for a checkup 7 years ago. The doctor said he was great. 3 days after the exam, he was dead.
Ma, he owed money to a guy named Face and got thrown off a pier.
That was one of the causes. I'm not going.
You're going.
Rose, could you give me a hand?
Oh, sure.
If you will excuse me, Becky and I are having breakfast on the lanai. We're still bonding.
Here it is.
Thank you, Oliver.
How'd you gonna know it's not chicken soup?
Well, we don't keep chicken soup here. We only have vegetable soup, and if that looks like vegetable soup, you're in a lot of trouble.
How you gonna know it's mine?
I'll know it's yours because I'll put your name on it.
How old are you?
He sees a young, vibrant, passionate contemporary.
Blanche, you haven't even been out with him yet.
Oh, but my instincts are infallible in this. Believe me, I know men.
No arguments here.
A husband like Dirk could keep me young another 20 years.
I'll kill you.
You look gorgeous.
Oh, well, really?
Yeah.
Goodness, I didn't even have time to put on my makeup.
I slept with him.
And?
He died.
What?
Oh, no, Rose.
And the sheriff, I told him about me, how I kill men, and he didn't believe me. He said, let's see, sleep with me. So I did. And the sheriff died. Everything's terrific. I was only joking.
Great news, girls. I found my folk medicine book. It has a cure for everything. I hope it has a cure for cranky. There's a lot of that going around. Cranky. Would it be under anything else? Try
Blanche.
Oh, come on, girl. Now let's put on a happy face. We'll get better much faster. My cousin Dennis was a perfect example of that. When he was 16 years old, he caught his sideburns in the hay baler. And then, shut up, Rose.
You can put the luggage right. There would be fine, too.
Girls, this room looks nothing like the pictures in the brochure.
Oh, this room isn't good enough for you?
Well, not for $100 a night.
Americans, you measure everything by the almighty dollar.
Well, we're trying to learn the metric system. It's not that easy.
Waxahachie, Mississippi. The town 4th of July picnic.
Evening, Sam. Evening, fellow Waxahachie.
Marvelous. Now get the hell out of my room.
Ma, Dennis had an affair. What he did was terrible. How can she forgive him?
Dorothy, please, let me go back to sleep. I was in the middle of a dream where I was held captive on a desert island by Caesar Romero in a loincloth.
Ma, Kate and I had a fight. I have to talk to you.
Dorothy, you know that blue washcloth in my bathroom?
Yeah?
That's how big Caesar's loincloth was. Good night.
But I'm so tired. I must sleep, and I cannot sleep. I am too tired to sleep. I will never sleep again. I may die from this. What am I going to do? My God, I'm hallucinating.
What thing?
Try murder.
It was just a dream, Sophia.
It's not just a dream for me. Martha wants to commit suicide. And she wants me to be there with her.
And what did you say?
I said I'd think about it. You can't say no to somebody who pops for a $75 dinner. Tell them, Blanche.
Oh, she doesn't need those classes. I think women ought to have babies the way God intended, strapped to a table numb from the neck down.
It's not up to us. It's up to her father.
Oh, I tried talking to him. He won't answer his phone calls or the messages that I leave in his mailbox.
First he lets his dog eat Ida, now this.
Oh, well, this has to be some kind of mistake.
Don't panic. There's just a possibility. This is a precaution.
What do I do?
We just call up the hospital and make an appointment. Everything will be fine.
You think so?
Why, I'm sure of it. Now, let's plan Dorothy's fundraiser. Hey, I know what would be fun.
Blanche, we're going to try to raise all the money in one night.
I know.
Blanche, I need you to take me to the eye doctor. It's time for a new prescription.
I thought Dorothy was taking you.
I don't know any Dorothy.
She's your daughter, Sophia.
I'm being dramatic, you moron. I mean, I spit at the name Dorothy. I have no daughter. have no spit. Sonny, sweetheart, my little cannoli.
Sophia, honey, my Mama Celeste.
Of course, you remember me, Lyle Wagoner?
No, I don't think I do.
Sophia, you must remember Lyle.
Sonny, Lyle, what are you doing here?
Dorothy, we need a decision now. So, who's it going to be, me or Pizza Man?
Oh, I'll say this for Clayton. He has great taste. Doug is absolutely charming.
And funny. It's not every couple can do a good Betty Davis impression.
I think I did a great job covering up how upset I am.
You mean like how you started sobbing when Clayton asked for more fruit cocktail?
My shoot today, and they want to use her hands. Imagine, they want to use my face but her hands. Can you believe it? This is the most humiliating thing that's ever happened to me.
How quickly you forget the 1964 Tokyo Olympics.
Big deal. 80,000 people had to wait 20 minutes. The torch eventually got there, didn't it?
Dorothy!
I can explain, Ma.
No need to, pussycat. Let's move quick before the cops get here. You wipe for fingerprints. I'll get a shovel and a hefty bag.
Sophia.
Oh, great. It figures you couldn't finish the job. I'm gonna go get the toaster.
Sophia, I'm not dead.
Not yet. Would you slow down? I'm an old woman.
Stand.
Hi, fellas. Here's something you two can nibble on.
And we brought you some hors d'oeuvres, too. Rose, isn't there something you want to show Arnie out on the lanai?
Oh, now that you mention it, Blanche, no, there isn't.
Rose, you remember our signal when I want you to leave?
You wouldn't hit me in front of company. What? She isn't here. She left last night. You didn't know?
No, I did not know. What do you mean, left? Where'd she go?
Sicily. To square things with Guido.
Sicily? What are you talking about, Sicily?
She said she cleared it with you.
She did not clear it with me.
Then giving her my Visa card was a bad thing?
Rose, how are we supposed to find her?
But his kiss just took me by surprise. You know, at first I didn't think he was going to do it. He looked more like he was going to wink. But then he slanted his head just slightly to the left.
Oh, I know that slant.
You know every slant. So why don't you let my daughter finish her one kissing story of the year?
Thank you, Ma.
My pleasure, meal ticket.
Oh, Rose, come on. It's a great idea. The pictures are just an intimate way to let a fella know he's the one and only man in your life. I've done it 20, 30 times.
Oh, Dorothy, how would you feel about a birthday present of a picture of me in sexy lingerie?
I'd rather have the cash. Hi, Ma. Where you going?
Down to the boardwalk. I like to sit and watch the old guys rearrange themselves when they come out of the war. Where are you going?
I'm off to the rummage sale. Would you like a ride?
No, I want to do cartwheels for 6 miles.
Didn't make me relaxed. Just makes me want to burp. Probably burp and the pressure in the cabin will change and we'll fly into a mountain.
That would be a good example of a mishap.
Rose, do me a favor. Fasten your seatbelt. Over your mouth. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'll make some breakfast.
You know, it's such a shame. You two stuck here and your 40th anniversary stuck with us.
40th anniversary?
Sure. Today's the 25th, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, I guess it is.
I remember when my parents celebrated their 40th anniversary. They did the cutest thing. They renewed their marriage vows. You two should do that.
Either your Italian is rusty or he's the world's oldest hippie.
Can we just get started, please?
Prima bisogna ispezionare I lavoratori,
First, we must inspect the workers.
Sì.
He pinched me.
It's a reflex. He's Italian.
Boy, when the president gets here, am I going to let him have it? What do you think I should hit him with first? Inadequate funding for education, the plight of the hungry and homeless, pollution of the air and the water. I mean, the problems are endless.
Dorothy, you can't talk like that to the president.
Oh, watch me.
Well, sure, there are problems, but can't we just pray they'll go away by themselves? You haven't.
Rose, I think he's referring to autumn. Donald, maybe we better go.
You know, Rose, we have a special section set aside for local artists. When you finish the series, maybe we can hang them in the museum.
Wow, hanging in the museum? Well, none of my relatives ever hung in a museum. Oh, wait, Uncle Gustav.
Even more sophisticated, Rose. His name is Donald Parker Everett. He's the new curator at the museum.
Oh, Blanche. Honey, it's not a good idea to go out with someone you work with.
Oh, come on, Dorothy. I've heard you talk about Ted, the track coach, how sexy and virile he is.
Just talk. I wouldn't dream of going after him.
Even if she did, he'd easily outrun her. I put a curse on him.
A curse?
Nothing fancy. I remember I said, Giuseppe Mangiacavallo, from this day forward, may you and all your future generations never know true love. May you be sterile and may all your offspring be sterile. May your hair never lie flat. And may your socks always slip down inside your shoes.
Yeah, I got to keep half my self-respect, and she got to keep everything else. Anyway, that's why I had to talk to you. I had to find out how you were doing.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm doing just fine. Maybe I will have just a glass of water. Gee, it seems so strange not meeting you in a hotel room. I guess I shouldn't steal the towels. You got home pretty late last night. When I went to bed, you still weren't in.
Well, I was up all night with Mel Bushman having one of our where is this relationship going talks.
Oh, and where is it going?
Where it usually goes, room 506 at the Quality Court. Oh, I hate him. God, if only he didn't want to talk. Well, I guess we'll see each other at the Brookside.
Oh, I meant to ask you, by any chance, do you happen to know what happened to Big Daddy's pocket watch? Virginia says you took it after the funeral.
That pocket watch meant so much to me.
Big Daddy promised that watch to me.
In writing?
It was in the will.
Is this the same will where he promised the summer house to Gopher from Love Boat?
Well, maybe just a drop more disinfectant. There, I'm done.
Boy, sure took you a long time to spell Welcome Magda.
Oh, I thought that'd be too boring. So instead I decided to depict Magda's escape from Czechoslovakia.
But isn't that barbed wire? Rose, are you saying that you love Buzz?
I don't know. but these last few days with him have been wonderful. And when I'm with him, it feels like old times.
Hi, adorable. Ladies.
I don't like this new crowd that you're hanging out with. Now, why are you with these people?
They're the in crowd. Look, the Senior Citizen Center is divided into 3 cliques. The hip group, the not-so-hip group, and the broken hip group. Which group would you want to be in?
Oh, Ma, when I was a kid, you always told me it wasn't important to be a member of a popular clique. You always said just be yourself.
Sure, that was because no one liked you.
Wait, am I missing something?
Proves what? Dallas diamond earrings? George was obviously feeling guilty about cheating on me with David's mother. David was telling the truth.
This is tough, Blanche. I know how you feel. I hate to say it, but Sal almost cheated on me once.
Ma, really?
I was pregnant with your brother, Phil. And just because I put on 40 pounds and was crying all the time, your father got the wandering eye. If we win this thing, I can die a happy woman.
Ma, I refuse to be a part of your neurotic need to be number one. Now just let it go.
How many challenges do I have left in life? Seeing if I can get more than halfway across the street before the don't walk sign comes on? Trying to stay awake on the John? Hoping it is the John?
Nice pants, Rose.
They're called vacuum slacks. It's supposed to inhale all the fat from your body. Watch.
Hello, where is everybody?
Oh, we're out here, Rose.
Hi.
What's all that?
Weight loss products I have to test for work. You wouldn't believe the length people go to just to drop a few pounds. I heard about one woman who even had her jaw wired shut.
Oh, is that something that you'll be testing, Rose?
I need the professional care of the most talented hairdresser in Miami, Robert. Oh, he's brilliant. Do you know he was the first one ever to use mousse?
I'd check my facts if I were you, Blanche. Mr. Ingrid of St. Olaf has been using mousse ever since I can remember. Of course, it's his own professional secret which part of the mousse he uses.
You're special too. And you know why? Because you're you. And there is nobody else like you in the whole world. Do you understand that?
Only an idiot wouldn't understand that.
Mary Ellen, I'm completely lost. Could you run that by me again?
He's from Amarillo, Texas. He was the Grand Marshal of the B'nai B'rith Rodeo for 3 years straight. Who better to go with to a barbecue? Hello? Marty. Threw your back out putting your boots on?
Who wrote that?
Merrill Kellogg.
Merrill Kellogg? Who's he?
Ask Blanche, it's her letter.
This is from that guy in prison that Blanche has been writing to.
How are you going to explain this open letter to Blanche?
Don't worry, I'll take care of it.
Good morning, girls.
Good morning, Blanche. Rose opened your letter.
I got the hat. Now, I guess I just have this thing about giving gifts that are more fun than the ones my grandparents used to give me. Ma, do you remember that Christmas they gave me soap in the shape of the 7 dwarfs?
Well, now what's wrong with that?
Oh, what kid wants to play with soap? Besides, after a couple of baths, they looked like 7 suppositories.
I'm not opening my home to boarders. Oh, they usually just turn out to be low-life trash who'll make a mess, and half the time you can't get your money from them. Which reminds me, Rose, your rent check is late.
Hello. Yes, she is. It's for you, Leona.
I am being audited.
It's aggravating, yes, but you don't have anything to be worried about. Do you?
Well, of course not, but you know how nitpicky they can be. You forget to dot one little I, or you don't declare the tiniest little thing, and they can blow it all out of proportion.
What didn't you declare, Blanche?
You.
Me?
And Rose and Sophia. I cannot believe I ran out of gas. I checked my tank yesterday. It was half full.
Maybe the gauge is broken.
It's all those foreign cars. They're unreliable.
Blanche drives a Buick.
So I'm from Sicily. To me, a Buick is a foreign car.
Oh, but I haven't told you my wonderful news. My mother-in-law died.
My best friend, Lydia.
I'm so sorry.
She suffered so. It was a blessing in disguise.
I always wondered why blessings wore disguises. If I were a blessing, I'd run around naked.
Oh, that must be the baby.
There's a baby coming?
A couple from my church are going camping over the weekend, and we get to take care of the baby.
Good. Maybe now you'll get some food I can chew.
Don't make fun, Dorothy. This is the 5th Friday night in a row I haven't had a date.
Honey, you're just in a little slump.
Is that what this is? I've never been in one before. Well, it feels like hell. Dorothy, how do you go through this for years at a stretch?
I have compassionate friends around me.
If it weren't for Pin the Tail on the French, we would have gone stir crazy.
Hi, Sophia.
Rose, I was just telling Sophia what a wonderful day we had.
Wonderful, my foot. Blanche, you saw that dolphin all tangled up in that tuna boat's net. Thousands of them die that way each year. We have to do something.
You are absolutely right. From this moment on, no more tuna fish.
Honey, you'll call them tomorrow. Everything will be fine.
Well, what if it's not? What if I can't pay my own way? What if I can't afford food? What if I have to sleep outside in some park?
You know, there's an old Italian saying for times like this. Scappa, tu sei malfortuna.
What does that mean?
Get away from me, you bad luck.
Ma, why are you still here? You were supposed to have your checkup with Dr. Siegel this morning.
Oh, you didn't hear about Dr. Siegel.
Hear what?
I'm not going.
Ma, you are impossible. Now, this is the 3rd appointment you've missed.
At my age, checkups can be dangerous to your health. You know Sam down the block, the one who thinks he's hiding his stomach by wearing Hawaiian shirts?
Well, how come you know that and they don't?
First of all, dear, I know you. You're a stable person, and if you say you're sick, you probably are sick. Now, I want you to see Michael Chang. He's a virologist on staff here at the hospital. You know, there are all kinds of diseases we didn't know about before. Look at Lyme disease.
Harry, am I going to die?
I'm afraid so.
You really think so?
Sooner or later, I guarantee it.